right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, July 4th, Independence Day here in the US and Election Day in the UK. Set today by Paul, and I had a little peek ahead, and Paul has set a themed crossword. A lot of clues refer to the election or politics. So let's see what we have. Something toxic with is it Plaid Cymru? Is that how you pronounce it? And Liz Trust, question mark. So I'm thinking the definition is either something toxic, although that seems like it's going to be wordplay. Or so then the definition could be trust, as in tied up, I suppose. I'm wondering if the and Liz might be ER, the late Queen. I'm not sure how Plaid Cymru, is that just going to be PC? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let's try the downs. Currency in Europe's obsolete. Okay, well, Paul has taken pity on us and given us a nice, easy hidden clue, peso, and a clever sort of almost an and lit. It is an obsolete currency in Europe, the peso. All right, party held in Czech, closer, or closer maybe. Well, party is usually a do. And that's held in, maybe a word for check. And that's going to be, I think it's going to mean closer, but I don't see it. Very exciting tomorrow. Something Rishi deprived of. Ooh. Well, it could be Rishi Sunak, but we've seen Rishi used a lot recently as a sage. But I'm not seeing that one either. How about tomorrow's headache, Matt, member gone, and Michael to Labour's back. So a bold prediction from Paul, although I think by the opinion polls it's not going too far out on a limb. Labour's back seems to me like wordplay for the letter R, the last letter of Labour. I'm thinking tomorrow's headache is the definition, and I want it to be hangover, which does end in R. There is Matt Hancock. Yes, so it's Han without the cock, so member gone. And, might help if I put in a G. Yeah, so Michael Gove. So we have Hancock, Michael Gove, and then the R. All right, what things can only get for Rishi's campaign official? Things can only get better. Isn't that song that one of the campaigns was using? But yeah, there must be more to it than that. But I will keep better in mind. Camp Rishi is, do I need to know somebody on his campaign? Now, Rishi say, tax cutting leader of opposition. Leader of opposition might simply be an O. But tax, I would have liked if tax cut went in between two other letters, but I don't think that's going to be it. Rishi, of course, could be PM, Our sage. Yeah, don't see it. Reform tries to react, sending those coming in away. Certainly not my cup of tea. Oh my goodness. I think reform might be telling us to anagram tries to react, which is 12 letters, but we have to remove 3, sending those coming in away. And the definition is going to be certainly not my cup of tea. Is it some other kind of beverage? But I don't know what letters are being removed. No, not saying it. This one may be referring to 6 down, 6 party, flat. Level would be flat, but I don't see. Well, of course, we'd probably have to see 6 down. All right, let's go back to the crosses. Just have we picked up anything useful for something toxic? No, not really. Country dispensing with old conservative PM question mark. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be a 9-letter country that you remove the O and the C. And do you get a prime minister? Or of course PM could also be afternoon. What British PM is something A? Or what country has O and C in it? No, I think I need some more letters. Fossil fuel. Rishi's confessed addiction. Well, I'm thinking fossil fuel is going to be the definition coal. But Rishi's confessed, oh, maybe a homophone. Now, is it, did he actually confess? I presume it's something harmless that he's addicted to. But I don't think it's going to be a homophone of coal. Eyeliner, maybe. Coke? Oh, has he? Maybe he really likes Coca-Cola. Not aware of that. I'm not following the race that closely. All right, looking to the left, further thought, surely vital. Okay, this might be a T here. Looking to the left. Oh, is there a term in heraldry when you say the lion or something is looking to the left? Oh, I thought it might have been sinister, but further thought, surely vital. No. Mean, conservative, shabby, and then premier or premier, depending on where you live, to go. I think the definition might be mean, might start with C for conservative, and then a word for shabby whose first letter has to be removed. Ugh. Mean beginning, of course, is it mean as in not generous, or mean as in the average? Nope. Needing regeneration, Reeves leading the way. It's most brutal. Oh, thank goodness, another, I think, straightforward one. The definition most brutal, so it's probably going to be an EST ending. And of course, the way could be the street, which is that ST. And then we anagram Reeves regenerated, and we would get severest. Okay, party seeking Independence Day to wrap up a kind of election. I presume it's going to be a kind of election. Party again, I think of do. I wonder if day to wrap up might be the final letter of day, the Y. D-O something Y, but then independence would be reduced to a single letter, which I don't see that. Oh, maybe it is parties. Oh, party seeking independence could be the Scottish. What are Sturgeon's party? Not that she's in charge anymore, but oh my goodness. Yeah, let me pause and look that up. Of course, it's the Scottish National Party, SNP, and I think that wraps up the letter A. So, yeah, SNP is defined as Party Seeking Independence Day. Wraps up the A, and you can have a snap election. All right, horrifying thing not having capital for nurse. All right, I think it's going to be a 6-letter horrifying thing. Loses its first letter, and we get a word for nurse, either the noun or the verb. What is a horrifying thing? A terror? But then we would get error. Well, that doesn't seem right. What else could it be? Oh, I wonder if it could be a scarer, which is not really, I think, a word commonly in use. But if you drop the S, you get a carer, which is definitely a nurse. I'll leave it in. Foot in door with pained expression. Might one be slated? Yeah, I think the definition is something that might be slated, and immediately think of a roof. I can see that oof would be a pained expression. Oh, the foot in door, I think, is saying the last letter of door. And there we go. All right, politician, snarky in speech. Okay, I think maybe a homophone for snarky. And it gives us, is it a type of politician or the name of a specific one? It sounds snarky. No, not seeing it. Shower, elected, given keys to number 10. Don't see. I mean, there's a lot of possible wordplay. Given keys might be musical keys, A through G. 10 could be X. Number could be NO. NOX. No, don't see it. On two wings, Tories and DUP laboring. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I think it's going to be an anagram of Tories plus DUP. And it's going to mean on two wings. I thought it might be a byword, bicameral or something like that, but what is the prefix, or even how does this end? Oh, I wonder if it could be something, I was going to say storied, but that would be two levels. but I think it is going to end in ED. Let me put in ED, try the anagram helper. It's a good anagram if it is Tories DUP. Could be up something. Not seeing anything. Up storied? No, I don't. Is that a word? Up storied? Sprouted? Could it be a duo beginning? Outspired? Oh, yeah, I'm going to need more letters for that one. Trench dug. Yeah, boo, sucks. Well, I know there's, I think, a landscaping feature called a haha that I think is a trench. Yeah, but then how does the word play? I think maybe just yeah, boo sucks is something you say when you're laughing at somebody. And it could be the equivalent of who's the character in the Simpsons who goes, ha ha. Yeah, I'll leave it in for now and we'll find out soon enough if it's right or wrong. Leader befitting in marked man. Leader befitting. Ooh, I don't know. I'm guessing Starmer might show up in the crossword, but I don't see how that works for this one. Countless, count endless data on card after opening of ballot. Well, I think maybe it's going to be count. Endless data might be just DAT on something for a card. After opening of ballot surely is a B. On card after opening. I wonder if it's count as in a title. I'm trying to make baronet work. It's not exactly the same as a count, though, so I don't think, is that a fair synonym to give? What other, I mean, count as a verb or as a noun? Ballots, endless data, yes. Can I think of anything that would end in DAT? That would mean count. No, I cannot. All right, let's go back to the downs. I don't think I got anything terribly helpful. This one, yeah, I mean, better, possibly. And we looked at that one. Oh, yeah, so we do now have some more letters, but still not knowing which letters to remove from tries to react before we anagram it. Not my cup of tea. Well, looking for possible prefixes from these letters. R-E-S, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, no. This was our six-party flat. No. Knack lost by leader on the hustings. Tribal language question mark. Ooh, leader on the hustings. I mean, that would sounds like leader on the would be a T, on the hustings, H. I think the definition is going to be a tribal language, but in a maybe a punning way or a bit of a stretch anyway. Something like Scouse or what other tribe? No, don't see it. Offensive, plugging wind. What's the alternative? So I think it's going to be a word for offensive, which might be an attack of some kind. And that's going to plug or go inside. Oh, it could be wind instead of wind. And I think it's going to be a little two-word phrase meaning what's the alternative? No, I don't see that either. Astronomical effect in swing towards labor. Oh, I think it's going to be an astronomical effect is, I think, going to be a red shift. It is something to do with stars, with the red light, something moving. I have no idea, but I think I've heard that term before in astronomy, a red shift, which would also be a swing towards labor. Rayner's moral responsibility with record investment. Oh, what is the politician Rayner's, what is her first name? Let me pause and look up Rayner. Well, it's Angela Rayner, so could it simply be Angela? Let's see, moral responsibility with record investment or record investment. I'm not sure about that. I would expect record investment meaning we have to put EP or LP inside a word for moral responsibility, which could be something like duty. Oh, she is the, thanks to Wikipedia, I know she is the deputy leader of the opposition. So there we go. It is an EP inside of duty. I'm happy now. All right, brainwash, throwing up a little corporal. It's Nigel. Oh, could it be Farage? I don't want to get political, but what a horrible man he is. Brainwash, throwing up a little corporal. It's Nigel. Anything to do with making plans for him? I don't think so. No, I don't see it. When party leader took Eve off. I want it to be D-Day. Party leader. Who is the leader of the Lib Dems, maybe? Or the Green Party? I'm wondering, yeah, if there's some party leader, and if you take EVE away, you're left with D-Day. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. May need 15 squared to come to the rescue. Yes, it is. The leader of the Lib Dems is Ed Davey, and I get most of my political news from watching Have I Got News for You on YouTube. Someone kindly uploads it. And so if you remove the E and the VE from Ed Davey, you're left with Ed Day, sorry, D Day. All right, debt. Oh, yeah, let's see if this. Oh, yeah, the haha seems to be right. Debt, remove lid from jar. Oh, I think jar in the sense of something jarring you could be a shock. And if you remove the lid, the first letter, you have hawk. And I think if you're in hawk is another way of saying you're in debt. Okay, so now this. Of course, the count is Count Binface, who is running on the slogan of Make Today Independence Day. I know that thanks to Stand Up Maths on YouTube, Matt Parker. So let's see, endless data. What is that going to be? Oh, the card. Oh, the data is info. So that is endless. And then a card is an ace in this case. All right. So very fortunate to be reminded of Count Binface, who had to change his name. I think he was using the name of some comic book character before. All right. Now our leader befitting in marked man. Let me take a quick look at the other leaders. There is an Eastwood, Column Eastwood leading the SDLP, but that doesn't quite fit here. Marked man. No, I don't see it. So let's try the anagram helper here. So obviously I was wrong about ending in ED. Oh, could be deputized? No, but something like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing this. I'm going to pause while I go through the shuffle button. I'm sure many of you will have spotted it already, but I'm just not seeing it. All right, well, I don't feel too bad for not finding that anagram because the word apparently is dipterous, which something to do with insects having two wings. Oh my goodness, what an obscure word. Now, maybe you knew that already, in which case I take my hat off to you. All right, how does that help? Well, it doesn't really do a lot for 16. What's the alternative? No, how about 20? It's Nigel. Oh, could it be another Nigel? Lawson? No. Throwing up a little corporal sounds like we're going to reverse. I think, oh, I don't know what the abbreviation for corporal is. It's Nigel. And is it going to mean brainwash? Yeah, I don't, don't see that at all. Our shower elected has a D. Well, D could be a key. Oh, maybe it's shower as opposed to shower. Elected, given keys to number 10. I'm wondering if 10 could be IO. But I don't see how that would work. Radio or no. All right, I do see 11 down now ends in an O. Certainly not my cup of tea. Oh, maybe it is some kind of drink, like a form of wine or champagne. But what are those coming in? 3 letters has to be removed from tries to react. I don't see that at all. But I'm going to pause and just try and think of letters that might go in, say, between the S and the R. All right, I had to resort to wordplays.com for this one. I'm glad I did. I don't think I've heard of this before, but it's ristretto, which is a short shot of espresso coffee, very concentrated apparently. And so what we're anagramming is tries to plus react minus the inner letters, the EAC. So I think sending those coming in away means remove the inner letters of react. I think that's quite a vague way of telling us to do that. But, I suppose it makes sense once you see it. And so the definition, not my cup of tea, it's a shot of coffee. All right. How does this help us? Looking to the left, further thought, surely vital. Oh, could it be? I'm trying to see if it could be a hidden clue going backwards, but we don't have the R and the G's. Well, 1 G and 2 R. Yeah, 3 R's, but none of them are close enough to the G for it to be a hidden reverse. I'm going to look up the heraldry term for looking to the left. Well, I did have to resort to wordplays.com again. There are quite a lot of words that fit this pattern. I saw sprightly, which I think would be vital. Oh, if I typed it right, it would fill in. Oh, there we go. So looking to the left, no further thought. Surely might be. Oh, I think surely is rightly. I think a further thought is when you're writing a letter, you add a PS, and the PS looks to the left, SP. Fairly confident in that, but I am going to have a cheeky use of the check this button. It is correct. All right, so now Rishi say tax cutting leader of opposition. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. No, don't see it at all. So this definitely is looking like better. I'm going to put it in and use the check this button. It is correct. Surely there's more to it than just the song. Anyway, we'll check 15 squared, see what they have to say about it. Where else do I have some useful letters? Not. Oh my goodness, I'm 35 minutes into this, and goodness, I think not even halfway there. All right. Let's try this country. Dispensing with old conservative PM. Yeah, not seeing it. Was there a PM Havelock? I don't think so. Let me look up a list of prime ministers, which of course may be completely off the topic. Well, it's not exactly the way I thought it was going to be, but of course, how quickly we forget David Cameron. So it's dispensing with old Cameroon minus the O, but conservative was actually just part of the definition. All right, Rishis say, unless Rishi is somehow a holy man, tax cutting. Oh, maybe leader of opposition, the O cuts a word for tax. Oh, yeah, if you tax somebody, you might try them, get on their nerves. And Rishi is an example of a Tory. All right, finally we have a corner done. Let's try and do this bottom right. Knack, lost by leader, on the hustings, tribal language. Oh, I wonder if it could be Scots is a language, I suppose, of the Scottish, not exactly a tribal language, but does 20 across look like it could be plural, possible, possibly. So let's try Scots. No, all right. So that is wrong. Yeah, let me look at word plays, although I'm sure there are scores of words with that pattern. No, I'm not seeing any likely word that would fit here. I was thinking too about what exactly is knack, some kind of skill, but I'm just not seeing how the wordplay, is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. Sioux. All right, definitely a tribal language. Knack, lost by leader on the hustings. I don't get that at all. So 15 squared will have to come to the rescue. It does give us a very nice X, which is obviously the number 10. I'm just thinking of a Radox bath. I don't know, are Radox still going? But shower, elected, given keys to number 10. Oh, I can think that if you're elected, you are in, and then the keys could be D and E, and then we have the number 10X. But how is index? I suppose it's a shower, as in something that shows you where things are in a book. But that seems a little weak. But let's go ahead and check this. It is correct. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that definition. Anyway, onwards. So 20 down now. It's Nigel, or brainwash. Oh, I think if you brainwash, maybe you instill throwing up a little corporal. So I think a little is, we're throwing up a reversing L for little. and then it's, and then Nigel could be Nye, I suppose, as an abbreviation. Oh, I thought most people would say Nige. But where does the corporal go? I don't see that at all, but let's check this. It is correct. All right, so the right-hand side is done, but very little on the left-hand side. All right, let me dive back into something toxic with that Welsh party and Liz. Trust. Yeah, yeah, I've got to look up synonyms maybe of toxins and find something that might go in at the beginning. I'm wondering if plaid, if I'm saying that, plaid Cymru, but I'm wondering if plaid means alternating, just because plaid patterns have alternating stripes, and so maybe we're meant to take every second letter from Cymru. Could it be CMU plus the ER? Oh, maybe ER is Liz, and maybe it's trust. And oh, maybe it's pronounced played, because maybe we have to anagram Cymru. We get Mercury because ER Elizabeth Regina is trust within the anagram of Cymru, because I think Mercury is definitely toxic. Oh my goodness, tricky one. Yeah, I'd like to know how they are using plaid in that case. Party held in check, closer or closer. Now we do have that P at the end of the second word. Maybe it is a party. Something top, something wrap, something. No. How about very exciting? Tomorrow, something Rishi deprived of? Question mark. So maybe they're saying he might be deprived of the prime ministers. Yeah, not seeing that one. I'm going to look up word plays for words with those R and S. Well, I'm not seeing any words that I love for an answer. I keep getting hung up on tomorrow, and I'm thinking, is tomorrow Friday? So maybe it is FRI. I did see frisky. Now, I think if someone is frisky, they are very excited, not very exciting. But I'm wondering if it could then sky, something Rishi deprived of. I don't see that, but let's go ahead and check it. It is right. Yeah, I do question the definition of very exciting, if that is the definition. Tomorrow, Friday, and then, yeah, I have no idea about the other. All right, we'll check 15 squared at the end. Still no idea. Closer or closer. Party. No. We do have, now this ends in a Y, and I thought it might mean mean, beginning with a C possibly, so let me look that up. I think it might be catty, If you're making mean remarks, you're catty. C for conservative, and then I think shabby might be ratty with its first letter missing, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But now this does look like it's going to be something, of course, could be tip, tap, top. Yeah, not. Let me pause and think about that. I suppose I should have thought of it. It's a screw top. So closer with a question mark is something that might, I suppose, close a bottle. A screw top, that's again a very tricky definition. A party of people could be a crew, and that is held inside a word for check or stop. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put in Coke here, and let's check this. It is right, but I'm going to have to look at 15 squared to see what, yes, did Rishi confess to cocaine addiction? I think it's more likely going to be just Coca-Cola, but we shall see. All right, now that we have 6 is Tory. So I think Tory is going to give us C, and then party, and then it's going to mean flat. Oh, I think it's Tory on. A do is a party, and a condo could be a flat. Yep, that is correct. All right, so the top left, just the bottom left to go. Now our politician, snarky in speech. Well, maybe it's not a homophone. Maybe it's a charade or construction where you put a word for snarky inside a word for speech. Oh, or maybe it's a word for speech. And we start with a politician, which could be con for conservative. And then snarky would be D, something, 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 T. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for this one too. This one has dragged on quite long enough, I'm sure you'll agree. Again, not following British politics that closely, but I have heard of penny mordant, and mordant, spelt without the U, means satirical, acidic, or snarky, I suppose. All right. What's the alternative? Is it cause, shoot, crude oil? Yeah, I think because it might be an alternative fuel to wind power, but I don't get the, maybe is there such a thing as crude gas? Because that would be wind, of course. Yeah, I've never heard of it, but I'm going to check it. No, it is oil. Okay, well, offensive, I think, is just crude. Plugging, wind. Oh, no, it's actually offensive is rude, and that plugs or go inside coil, which is a wind. And there we go. All right. Bit of an and lit. All right. Just one left. Leader, befitting in marked man. Ooh, a captain would be a leader. But how is it? Befitting, I think, is apt. And that goes inside cane, who I suppose in the Bible or something about, oh, well, of course, the mark of Cain. Yes. All right, let's check all. Everything else still seems to be there. Let's head on over to 15 squared to understand this. All right. Oh, they have put a US flag on for today. That's very nice of them. Today's blog is by Andrew. Paul has gone all out. Almost every clue a connection to the election. Some references will baffle non-UK solvers. True. Tricky in parts, but satisfying to work out. There we go. Yeah, so he's just saying plaid as tartan indicates the anagram. I don't know about that. Double definition, cringeworthy episode where Sunak, what would make people like him more? He had an unhealthy diet, including those gummy things and Diet Coke. Okay. Oh, Tatty was shabby, not ratty. All right. Oh, Rachel Reeves is likely to become Chancellor of the Exchequer. Okay, I didn't get that reference to Reeves. And A in SNP. Let's see, index is something that shows are a shower. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Penny Mordaunt, famed for her sword carrying at the coronation. All right. That weird word, dipterous. Yeah, just a double definition. All right, there's Count Binface. Okay, on the downs, Frisky, yeah, very exciting. I'm not sure about that as the definition, but feel free to disagree with me in the comments. Friday is tomorrow, and Sky. So Sunak said Sky TV was something he was deprived of. My goodness, the poor guy, he has really come up from the depths of poverty. Let's see, better. Things can only get better used by Labour. And the dodgy bets on the date of the election placed by officials of the campaign and others. Yeah, I don't get that reference at all. Sue. Oh no, so con. It wasn't C on do. It was con for Tory plus do. Yeah. And yeah, sorry, back on 11, Andrew does have to guess why EAC are removed, those coming in, the word react. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, it's a homophone combo on the hustings. Oh, well, I'll allow it because it is election specific, but very hidden homophone indicator. Sue Knack, lost by Knack. My goodness. I think since that is so, I don't know, yeah, tricky. At least he gave us the word knack and didn't say something like skill or something like that. Anyway, what other ones did I have trouble with? 20 and still? Oh, it's just a hidden. Corporal, it's Nigel. Not sure in still and brainwash are synonymous. All right. And then Hawk. Or sorry, D-Day, yeah, Ed Davey. And a reference to Sunak's disastrous decision to miss out part of the D-Day. I had heard about that, but forgot about it. Let's see. Jeff Down Under, yeah, no matter, maybe next time. Enjoy your election. Yes, so staggering achievement. So a lot of people didn't enjoy it, but I think I did enjoy it. I thought it was funny. For Mercury, plaid means party in Welsh, which might be better than tartan. Either is pretty poor. Yeah, I did think that was very tricky. Let's see, is KVA showing up in the comments? He usually or she has something worth seeing. Maybe I skipped over them. Anyway, that's quite enough for me today. Thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day.